for the aviator thing, you know, and of course they never tell about the success that our people had on these countries, you know what I'm saying, helping them destroy us in a way, you know. For instance, here is a lady by the name of Bessie Coleman, you know, she was one of our people, African American, but apparently she winded up going to France. Bessie Coleman, one of our people, you know, one of the first African American women pilots, you know, Miss Bessie. Pretty interesting, right? I'm gonna try my best, you know, as much as we can, you know, to stay here until they tell me we can't show display, but something for our family to look into. Bessie Coleman. It's a brother. So, you know, if anybody, you people, you might be related to any Colemans, go and check and see if you're related to Bessie Coleman. You never know, you might hold a distinct presence in our history. You know, they have a whole little thing on her. Even the scripture, you know, when they talk about like how the enemy said they're gonna make themselves like the Most High, set themselves above the stars. You know what I mean? Sad to say it, but she even helped with that. You know, changed testimonies of the defense crew opens fireworks. Wow, what's this? The girl slays her mother and brother. Interesting. Yeah. It's something, you know, sometimes it's just good to get out and see what's going on with your people. What happened? Airline and spirit, thrill seekers, and excited spectators. I think this is still with this Miss Bessie Coleman thing. I guess it's like, this is one of a quotation from one of our people. Flying was a tangible freedom. In those, it was beauty, adventure, discovery, the epitome of breaking into new worlds. By Anne Morrow Lindbergh, aviator and writer. I think we know who Orville Wright is, right? I think we know who that is. What else we got here? In the landscape of early aviation history, the early African American aviators remain slightly out of focus. Mysterious, some more known than others. Interesting. Let's see what else we got over here. Okay, we got a brother here. Another pilot. William J. Powell. For you people that's related to any Powells, might be related to this brother. I guess this might be a little drawing of him. Said there is a better job and a better future in aviation for Negroes than in any other industry. I don't know how true that is, but I ain't gonna lie. Anybody, you know, the brothers that know me, you know, they know, bro. I ain't really feeling the little plane thing, you know what I'm saying? But I know one day I'm gonna have to get on there. But it seems to me like our people must have had a unique experience in helping these people do this. What could say? Negroes, despite handicaps, make repaid progress in various fields of aviation. And it's funny because you hear other stories about, what's that one guy named, whatever his name, that flew over to Antarctica and all that. They give him this prestigiousness, you know what I mean? But we don't hear about our people and, you know, how they were actually a part of the heirs too. You know what I'm saying? The aviation generation, the aviator generation, you know what I mean? Helping these people speed up time on us. You know what I mean? We got to stop helping these people, bro. Look at this. Colored Air Circus. 5 black birds. Look at this. Only colored aviators. You know. What was this? It says in 1931, the all-black air circus included aerobatic stunts, parachute jumps, and attracted a crowd estimated at 15,000. That's wow. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. They actually, let me read that again. So they had us jump. You know, I guess that's the saying. You know that saying that say, run nigga, jump nigga, skip nigga, or die nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of thing. It said Mr. Powell, William Powell, was a talented promoter. He published Crafts Aero News and other literature to promote his ambitious program of Black Wings. Apparently we had our people out there still trying to, you know, soar beyond what the other people told us that we could do. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it worked a little bit, but, you know, see what else we got here. General Colin Powell. I wonder if, because y'all do know, like, our oppressors, you know what I'm saying, they didn't try to mix with us and gave us our last names. I wonder if that was like his people's slave master or something, you know what I mean? Look at the brother. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I never, like I said, I never been on a plane. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure my ancestors, the bloodline cover, they probably wasn't in no air, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is things that we never hear about, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like big up in them like, yeah, you know, black power, you know, but it is interesting to know, like, dang, our people back then, you know, when the airplanes and stuff were just coming around, they'll paint this picture like, yeah, you know, we were still down and out, yeah, but our people were trying to, you know, broaden their horizons in the situations that they had. It says Eugene Butler is another one of the first African Americans to fly. A native of Georgia, he immigrated to France, where he joined the French infantry in World War I. He flew briefly with the French in 1970, the year the United States entered the war. And it seems to me like this one, and I think, no, this brother right here, I guess he just stayed in America. But I guess this would be, oh wow, look at that. This would have been the plane that they flew out to take it. I believe the right flight. But like this lady right here, right, Miss Bessie Coleman, she went to France like the other brother, you know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, Shalom, Holy No. Salute family, the blessed Holy One, the YAHAWAH'S forever. It's at this aviation place. And I wasn't really thinking about doing this, but one of the first spots we seen was our people. You know, so something interesting. What is this? At the dawn of the air age, the African American presence became a silent witness to the idea that aviation belonged to all races. Silent. You know why it was a silent witness? Because they didn't want us to know that, dang, they could do these things too and soar above, you know what I mean? Soar above the normal, soar above what we told them that they can't do. Right? Yeah. So anyway, that's about it, I guess, you know. Just hoping some people enjoy this. You got the Colemans, you got Powell's. What was that other one again? Before Bullard. You know, these people were landmarks. Well, you know, they were the onslaught of the aviation age. You know, something to think about. You know, we are a people that can do anything we put our mind to, but think more about when we do it in the name of the Most High. Grant Scott was a skilled, I guess this is another brother, skilled mechanic who worked on pioneer aviator and inventor Thomas Baldwin's Red Devil airplane in Mineola, Long Island. You know, so it seemed to me like what they say. It is believed that Scott may have flown this aircraft. I guess U.S. Wow, that's wow. So it seemed to me, I think it basically what they're saying is the brother not only worked on aircrafts, but he built the man for him. That's pretty interesting. You know what I mean? But they won't put that in history. Oh, okay. Yeah. They say U.S. Grant Scott was a skilled mechanic who worked on Pioneer Aviator and inventor Thomas Baldwin's Red Devil airplane at Mineola, Long Island in 1910. It is believed Scott himself may have flown this aircraft. That's nice. That's some good information, bro. Just to let y'all know, you know what I'm saying, we are in here. You know what I mean? In the place that we didn't even know that, well, I didn't know that we had a spot in. I just figured, yeah, sure, the Most High made us to be on the ground. Yeah, they got a picture of a brother. What's this? They say, on December 17, 1903, the Wright brothers, okay, these are the Wright brothers, made history for 12 seconds in the plane made of wood, wow, and fabric. They flew 120 feet at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Wow, I didn't know that. So that's some information to look up. Look up the Wright brothers. And it say for 12 seconds, they made history. And made an airplane made of wood and fabric fly 120 feet for 12 seconds. So they probably, you know, upped the status of the ability of, you know what I'm saying, how a person can make certain aeronautics or aviation devices. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then, oh, I guess that's why the statement from this says Thomas Harry Crump, student of Fisk University in 1879, said, "Men will be flying in the air like birds." You know what I'm saying? That's from our people being, you know, improvisers, right? So yeah. All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready? All right. So that's it. I figured I'd give y'all a quick little update. You know what I'm saying? On what's going on part of the neck of the woods. You know, very interesting to see our people like at the forefront of the aviation center. I mean, the aviation generation. You know what I mean? It's interesting. All right. So anyway, I pray the Most High blesses y'all and keep you in perfect peace. It's your brother, His will. Never told him I did. Shalom.